Hi, welcome to this part. Here we are looking at some of the certification guidance around Azure Administrator Associate, that is AZ-104. So who should give this exam? So the first pick would be cloud architects. Why? Because they need to understand the big picture, which means like what are the features, how is it implemented, and so on. They need to understand and have the implementation knowledge so that they can guide their teams to achieve the goals. So similarly, team leads, they definitely should know, they should have the implementation knowledge. You should have hands-on experience so that you can guide the team in troubleshooting and so on. Sometimes people just come with the why me expression. They are not clear why they should appear for the certification exam. Many people think this is not something which is required in their job role. So I repeat, cloud architects and team leads definitely should appear for this certification. Now, if you are a developer, I would say it is recommended, but not a necessity. But it is definitely recommended to clear this certification because it gives you idea about a lot of things. So let's immediately look at what will be covered in this part. So we are looking at what the exam will test, what is the percentage split on each of the topics, and high level overview of the content. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done that already. So this exam would test you on some of the important skills. Let's look at which skills. It wants you to understand Azure identities and governance. For example, how different systems communicate with each other, how the AD integration works, how governance is set across with respect to data audits and so on. It will test you on implementation and management of storage like blob storage, file storage, and so on. It will test your skills and capacity to deploy and manage compute resources, which is your Azure VM. Like how do you deploy it? How do you make use of resource groups? How do you make use of templates and so on? It gives you a big knowledge test on virtual networking. If you are not from a networking field, this is an area which many people find complex. But you don't need to worry. I'll help you out with understanding the concepts in a layman's term. Last but not the least, you need to monitor and backup Azure resources. So this is a skill which is very handy when you are doing putting your production units, uh, doing a multi-region deployment, planning, disaster recovery, and so on. Now let's quickly look at expectations. What is expected is the person who's doing this certification should have subject matter expertise in implementing, managing, and monitoring organizations Azure environment. If you see all of those skills is required if you're working on a live project, you will need all of those skills. And in here, if you see, it talks about understanding the virtual networks in your cloud environments, adjust the resources size, and so on. What an Azure administrator does is he or she serves as a part of a larger team. There are a lot of activities across, like different teams might have their own VMs, but then there might be a centralized admin team which would be dedicated to help implement your organizations or projects or programs cloud infrastructure. Now let's look at the split. This is very important. If you see, 25 to 30% is on virtual networking. This is something which many people find boring, or they do not understand how it works. And this is what is of maximum marks. And then you have 15 to 20% range. Uh, you have these two, which is manage Azure identities, implement and manage storage. And in the 20 to 25% range, you have these Azure compute resources. So the way you should plan the exam is, you should not go wrong in these two topics. I'm highlighting it. These two topics should be very clear and crisp. Now the least important is, relatively least important is backup. monitoring and backup, which is 10 to 15%. Now let's delve deep into each one of these. Okay, this will be split into multiple videos, but let's look at the first one. So this one will test your knowledge on securing your storage, managing your storage, and configuring your Azure files and blob storage. Let's look at securing the storage. Now think how does your current organization secure your organization? It may be storage, files, and so on. So there will be firewalls everywhere. So that is one of the potent way of securing your. I mean, it's a Azure firewall is a service which is available in Azure. It's a security service. And what else? The second is Azure Virtual Network. So everywhere, even in your organization, currently you have a virtual network. So here what we're talking about, these are the fundamental building block for your private network in Azure. If you want to create a private network, always remember each organization will warrant some sort of privacy. This is very important. So for this topic, you will be tested around firewalls and virtual networks. And this has to be done for blobs, files, queues, different sort of storage accounts, which can be in multiple regions. And it can be done via resource groups, and subscriptions is something which you will need to know. Another important thing to know is how do you access it, either through SaaS tokens, access keys, or Active Directories. So if you want to give delegated access, you use SaaS tokens, which means like you have a vendor working with you and they are not a part of the organization, but you want to delegate certain set of access, so you can use SaaS tokens for those stuff. So access keys, if you see, these are two 512-bit storage account access keys. For each account it is generated, and it is used to authorize access to your data in your storage account via the shared key authorization. So we will see more details later. Now let's look at manage storage. Now let's think about what you manage from a storage standpoint. You would want to get the data in and out of the storage. That is one thing. So you would want to export, import, and you should also try AZ copy. This is a feature. So what are the different ways to move the data around? And replication, because anything that is there, and if you have a cross region setup or a multi-region setup, you will look for replication also. Then the third point is it tests you around configuring Azure files and blob storage, which necessarily means file shares, storage tiers, lifecycle management. So storage tiers are like hot, cold archive. If you have immediate access requirement, you put it in hot. Less frequent, put it in cool. If you are just not accessing it very frequently, once in 2 years or so, archive it. So that is what we do here. So we have covered implement and manage storage. And so we have covered this, implement and manage storage. Let's look at manage Azure identities and governance. So under this, we have three topics. First is manage the AD objects, Azure AD objects. Say Active Directory is primarily used for cloud-based identity and access management. So this is a key for this exam as well. Then we have RBAC, that is role-based access. So if you see RBAC, it's a system that provides fine-grained access management of Azure resources. It can be any resources, VM or blob storage, etc. So this exam would test your knowledge around that. And then we have subscriptions and governance, which covers policies, locks, costs, resource groups, and tags. So we have covered these two topics in this part of the video. We will see the part 2 where we will cover the remaining topics. I hope I was able to provide some clarity around AZ-104 certification exam and the intent of this exam. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos. See you in the next part. Till then, bye bye.